So everyone's doing their preseason predictions. I've already done my postseason predictions. That's the thing. There are two ways to have a poll. Whether you think this team is going to end with this record, or how do you think a team is going into the season before schedules and your predictions even matter. It is now time for the latter kind of a poll. For me, the only one I do. Simply the best teams to start the 2025 season in college football. This is the only one. I will continue to do the resume ranking in 2025, where numbers on the field matter, which happens as soon as week 1 normally. I do not do the first 3 weeks, but I think I will this season for all of you. So this is the on-paper top 25 that I have going into the season. Penn State is number 1. I've had them there for quite a long time. All of this has to do with roster, coaching, and I'm going to put in every team's quarterback here for this quick list because everyone loves quarterback. But I think no quarterback is good unless they have a roster around them to make them good, to make them look good. So Penn State will have to stack big wins this season with Drew Aller, and James Franklin is now, in year 9 or 10 at Penn State. They have to get it done. Their roster is the greatest. I've said before, Michigan won because of all the senior talent in 2023. Ohio State got everyone to come back in 2024, and after losing to Michigan, they won the 12-team playoff, which they probably shouldn't have been in, but, well, in a 12-team playoff, they should have been in. They are kind of an exception for this new age rule, but we've been there before. We've had 2 lost teams win the national championship before. LSU, right? In the BCS era, before a 4-team playoff, a 2-loss team won. So, strength of schedule matters, but this is the straight up who is the best. Who has the best rosters in college football? Independent fanatics. View. Number 1, Penn State. Number 2 is Texas. Steve Sarkisian is back, made it to the playoff last year, had an early out after beating Arizona State, but then an out after that in the playoff. Arch Manning is going to be the guy. These top 2 teams have the best returning rosters in the nation, in my opinion. Ohio State is number 3 in the preseason going in. Ryan Day and Julian Sayin is going to be your quarterback. Ryan Day and a couple of new coordinators here now. Brian Hartline, the wide receiver guy. And who the hell? Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia, that's right. The coach of the Lions that sucked for us. But he is going to be a defense coordinator. Maybe he's better than that, than being an NFL coach. So Ohio State is number 3. Clemson is number 4 for me going into the season. Dabo Swinney has learned his ways. He's getting transfer portal kids in now. Cade Klubnik is back. This roster should destroy the ACC. 16 returning starters for the Tigers. Another Tigers team, LSU, is number 5. Brian Kelly in his 3rd or 4th year now. 3rd year now. Garrett Musnire is probably, along with Cade Klubnik, one of the best returning quarterbacks in the nation. Alabama is number 6. Kalen DeBoer in his 2nd year. Ty Simpson, former great recruit. We'll see what he can do at quarterback, but 4 of the top 6 teams that I've already listed have returning quarterbacks, but their rosters are amazing as well. These 2 teams, Ohio State and Alabama, I give the benefit of the doubt without having a proven quarterback, because of what they have done, their track record throughout history. Can you name me an NFL great quarterback from Alabama? Can you name me an NFL great quarterback from Ohio State? No. No, you can't. Maybe Stroud? Maybe. But it's early. People will figure him out. Those two teams figure out a way, because their rosters are so amazing year after year after year. They can plug and play the quarterback, and that's what these next two teams have tried to do. Number 7 is Michigan. Their roster is elite. Sherrone Moore is in year 2. Bryce Underwood, the freshman, the mega freshman, is in year 1. The defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale, is great. Wink, you got to go watch what he has done with this defense. It's amazing. Chip Lindsey on the offensive side could be great as well, trying to balance out this offense. Always been run heavy. Can we have a balanced offense? Can we have like a J.J. McCarthy type of season, which isn't great. It's not great by any means throughout the history of college football, but we just need that game manager. Alabama is just a little bit more proven with the roster for me. That's why they're number 6. Michigan's number 7. Georgia is number 8. Like Michigan, they have everything but maybe a proven quarterback and wide receiver. Georgia is number 8, though. Kirby Smart, great coach, 2-time national title winner. Gunnar Stockton is going to be the quarterback. Can they get a 1,000-yard receiver in the first time in their history? That makes good plays for Gunnar Stockton. Will it be necessary? We don't know. They have the 8th best team in the nation. Might not be necessary. All right, number 9 is Oregon. Dan Lanning is the head coach there now. Dante Moore is the quarterback there now. Gabriel was a huge loss for this program, but this roster proved that they can play Big Ten football, ground and pound, beat people up, be more physical, beat Ohio State in the regular season, beat Michigan in the regular season last season. 8 of these top 9 teams are Big Ten or SEC teams, so it's heavily dominant by those two programs going all the way through this. 17 of the 25 teams are going to be Big Ten or SEC, so watch out. Them beating each other up, will that hinder them and more teams from other conferences will get in? Or will the Big Ten and the SEC have great strength of schedules that puts a lot of them in? And the other conferences have to just sit by and watch. We'll see. But these are my preseason roster rankings. So Oregon, number 9. Number 10 is Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman in year 3. C.J. Carr is a new quarterback. They return a ton, but still need to win a championship of some kind after losing the national championship to Ohio State, my 3 team, from last season. Number 11 is Florida, an SEC team. Billy Napier, DJ Lagway, both need to prove themselves on the field, but the roster is elite, as you might think, and that I suggest. Florida has an amazing roster. I have done predictions, and I have gone through certain teams' rosters, and Florida's damn good. All right. Illinois is number 12 and a Big Ten team. Another one. 10 of 12 are SEC and Big Ten now. Number 12 is Illinois with Brett Bielema. He should have never left Wisconsin, but he did good things in Arkansas. Now he's at Illinois doing good things. Luke Altmaier is back. Chi-Town has something to be proud of again with this program versus the alternative, which was Northwestern previously. Number 13 is Miami from the ACC, the second ACC team. Mario Cristobal, another coach, why did he leave Oregon and Phil Knight and all that money? But he went to his alma mater, and Carson Beck comes in from Georgia. The roster is good. Can Mario Cristobal not make boneheaded decisions and keep them at that ranking, just on the cusp of the playoff? Texas A&M is number 14. Mike Elko came in from Duke, but remember, Duke was made by David Cutcliffe, not Mike Elko. Mike Elko rode his coattails and then went to Texas A&M, had a good first season, 8-4, and as everyone said, if they would have just beat Texas that last game of the year, they would have been in the SEC championship game and maybe won it and made the playoff. But Marcel Reed comes in now. The roster is still very good. They have all kinds of money. 5 stars abound. Texas A&M is number 14. Number 15 is Iowa. The longest tenured coach in sports, I think, is Kirk Ferentz. All of sports. He's back for like year number 27 or something crazy. He's got one hell of a defensive coordinator, Phil Parker, who's back, been loyal. The defense is always great. And now they have Mark Gronowski coming in for the quarterback that won FCS national titles at North Dakota State. He is the guy now for them. The first team in the Big 12 is at number 16, Arizona State. Kenny Dillingham. Sam Levitt is the quarterback. If they're truly great, if their roster is as good as I think it is, they will find a way to mask their departure of Scatterboo, the running back, to the NFL. Everyone's concerned about losing that guy. Listen, for most of these teams, I think if you lose somebody, it's a double-headed monster that if you cut one head off, 2 grow back. All of these teams are at the top, and they are hoarding all of the talent in college football. Number 17 is Tennessee. That makes 13 of 17 teams in the top 17, SEC and Big Ten. Josh Heupel is back. Yes, Nico left you, but the roster is still something to be proud of. Joey Aguilar comes in at quarterback. The roster's still good. I think 17, right in that range. All right, number 18 is Louisville, the third ACC team. David Braum brought in Miller Moss. Listen, David Braum made Purdue look good and won big games in the Big Ten. Now he is a game or 2 away every year from winning the ACC, or at least being in the championship game. Miller Moss comes in, new but a proven quarterback. They have a good roster. They're number 18. Number 19 is the second Big 12 team, Texas Tech. And money. NIL and the transfer portal made this roster. So it's kind of a toss-up. It's an in-between for me. Will transfers, can you build a team and a core off of transfers? Texas Tech will show us whether you can or not. Ohio or USC couldn't, and then what's the other team that couldn't? Colorado, they couldn't. Can Louisville and David Braum, Joey McGuire and Texas Tech at number 19 take a roster that is completely new and be the second best in the Big 12? I don't know, but they're number 19. Number 20 is Iowa State, another Big 12 team, the third. Matt Campbell is back. Rocco Beck is back. They have Iowa at home, which is the number 15 team early in the season. That'll tell us a lot about the Cyclones. Ole Miss is number 21. Lane Kiffin's back. Austin Simmons. Great talent, of course, as an SEC team. They have all the talent they need. but it might just not be good enough for all the other SEC teams that are ahead of them. All right. BYU still is number 22 for me, the fourth Big 12 team. Kalani Sitake has done great things. Where was he before? Navy. Now he's at BYU. The quarterback has been kicked out basically for extramarital or premarital situation. He's gone. The roster will provide for any average quarterback, though, in my opinion. They have fall camp to figure all that out at the quarterback position. The team is really good. All right, number 23 is Oklahoma. Brent Venables went out and got John Mateer and John Mateer's offensive coordinator. So there will be some familiarity there. We will find out in week 2 versus Michigan, my number 7 team on this list. If they get them at home, how will that's going to springboard them to a great season or hinder them, but it's out of conference, really doesn't matter. Number 24 for me and number 25 are a couple of Big Ten teams, yes. Matt Rule with Nebraska. They had a bowl appearance finally last season. First one since 2016. They're building. Plus year 2 of Dylan Raiola, the quarterback, should be much better for this program. I get them at number 24. Number 25 is Indiana. Google him. Google him. Talking about Kirk Cincinnati, the coach for Indiana. They brought in Fernando Mendoza at quarterback. Indiana does possess a good roster here, but it's not better than 7 other Big Ten teams that want to just destroy Kirk Cincinnati with some passion after they had a cakewalk in the conference leading up to a playoff last season. All the other Big Ten coaches are going to want to prove him wrong. So that's 17 of 25 teams are SEC and Big Ten. 8 from the Big Ten, 9 from the SEC. More than 2/3 of these teams are from those 2 conferences. So what do you think about that, and how does it factor in to my playoff predictions? Well, I've already given you my playoff predictions. I've already given you some roster breakdowns for 12 of these teams, the 12 teams that I think could win a national championship. I've given you conference breakdowns and a playoff scenario based off my predictions that I actually filled out. You can go watch that as well. These are based off their schedules and what they have to do week after week after week. Like I have Ohio State as the 3rd best team here in the nation on paper. But they will lose to the top 2 teams on paper in Penn State and Texas, as well as in Ann Arbor for the game at the end of the season, whereas Michigan, giving them 3 losses. Anything can happen in this day and age, but that won't be good enough because their wins aren't going to be good enough versus other 3 lost teams to make the playoff. I predicted that, yes. So before you get mad at me, Ohio State fan, you have the 3rd best roster in the nation. Can you do something with it other than what I said is going to happen with those 3 losses? What Julian's saying, let me know in the comments below. So there you go. 1 through 25. Penn State, Texas, Ohio State, Clemson. That's your top 4. LSU, Alabama, Michigan, Georgia. That's your top 8. Oregon, Notre Dame, Florida, and Illinois. That's your top 12 teams going into this season. Miami, Texas A&M, Iowa, Arizona State is top 16. Tennessee, is 17. Louisville, Texas Tech, Iowa State, that's your top 20. And then your last 5 teams are Ole Miss, BYU, Oklahoma, Nebraska, and Indiana. What do you think in the comments below? Let me know. Type. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't wait. And then go watch all the other videos on the Dependent Fanatic channel. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and have a great day. Brave that heat, everybody, and all the drastic, severe weather that we're having throughout the nation. Leadership might not be the greatest in this country right now, but we have football coming up that'll take our minds off all that. So thank you, everybody. Have a great one. Go Blue, though. Number 7.